today's video, we're going to talk about how to manifest being pursued by your specific person. This is especially relevant to those of you who feel like you are the one doing all the work in the relationship or in your connection with your specific person, that you're always the one who's reaching out. And so we're going to talk about the mindset that you need to develop, the attitude and the energy that you need to get into so that your specific person actually pursues you, chases you, and comes after you. So if you feel like you're always the one who initiates communication with your specific person, if you feel like you're the one who always reaches out and not them, and you see that as a problem and you want to change that, this video is for you. Just like with everything else in conscious manifesting, what you get reflected back to you in the 3D is a direct projection of what you have projected outwards. It's a direct mirroring of the dominant energy that you are projecting towards a person, towards a relationship, towards a situation. That means if you're in a connection with your specific person, whether that's a relationship, whether that's dating but they haven't committed yet, even if it's committed dating, even if you're in an exclusive committed relationship, or maybe you're in a friends with benefits situation, or maybe you're just friends and you want more, whatever the situation might be, whatever the scenario might be, the reason why you're seeing yourself as being the one who's reaching out and your specific person just sitting back and you feel like you're doing all the pursuing is because you are probably in more of a needy energy towards your specific person than they are towards you. And I'm not saying this in a judgmental way. I'm not saying this for you to beat yourself up. I'm not saying this for you to feel guilty. I'm saying it because if you see this as a problem, if you don't like being the one who initiates conversation, if you want your specific person to pursue you, if you want your specific person to come after you, then you need a shift in your energy, you need a shift in your dominant state, you need a shift in your dominant assumptions and your dominant perceptions of that relationship and of that situation with your specific person. So let's think about it. Who is that person who is being pursued, who is being chased, who is being approached all the time by their specific person? What are they thinking? How are they feeling? How are they seeing themselves? How are they seeing their specific person? Very importantly, how do they see their relationship and how do they see themselves in relation to their specific person? And how they see their specific person in relation to them? This is the energy that you want to tap into. This is the energy that you want to develop. This is the dominant state that you want if what you want to manifest is to be pursued by your person. So let's say that you are now in that connection, in that relationship, whatever it is, and your specific person was actually taking a lot of steps towards you, was very active pursuing you, was chasing you, was the one initiating most communication. How would you be feeling? How would you be thinking? How would you be acting? How would you be carrying yourself? My guess is that you would be feeling relaxed, you would be feeling calm, you would be feeling satisfied and content. You would be sitting back quite a bit, a lot more than what you're probably doing right now. You would be feeling confident in yourself, confident in the relationship, secure in the relationship, secure that your specific person's love for you is real. You would be feeling wanted, loved, desired, welcomed by your specific person. And by the way, your desire to be pursued by your specific person actually stems and originates from some sort of insecurity, some sort of insufficiency that you're feeling within, that you're not good enough for your person, or maybe they don't like you enough, maybe they're not interested enough in you, maybe they don't care enough. This is what creates your desire for them to actually pursue you. So if now you start moving towards shifting your energy, towards the energy of a person who knows that they are loved, who knows that their specific person is interested, who knows their specific person loves them, wants them, desires them, and a person who feels very confident, very calm, very relaxed, very grateful and content and satisfied with how the relationship is going. If you are able to shift your energy to something similar to that, and also very important, start carrying yourself as that person who is being pursued, who is being desired, who is being chased, who is being wanted by their specific person. That means if you're constantly looking for excuses to reach out, if you're constantly texting them, if you're constantly calling them, if you're constantly responding to whatever they post on social media and liking it and just trying to get their attention in one way or another, because when we feel insecure about how another person feels about us, we tend to overcompensate, we tend to want to do more and more to get their attention, and we tend to do something that is not really beneficial. We are just looking for excuses to talk to them. We're looking for excuses to call them or text them, just so that we can interact with them, just so that we can actually interact with them, that we can gauge their reaction, that we can gauge their potential interest in us. We're basically get ourselves into an investigative role, and we are trying to overcompensate and get their attention and find excuses to interact with them, subconsciously hoping that they're going to like us more, and subconsciously hoping that they're going to show us some signs that are going to reassure us that, yes, this person is actually interested in me. Well, obviously that is the wrong way, and it's the wrong way not because the actions are wrong per se, it's because usually when you behave like that, when anyone behaves like that, it comes from a place of insecurity, it comes from a place of feeling insufficient towards your specific person in one way or another, and it comes from a place where you're feeling lack, you don't feel confident in yourself, you don't feel confident in them or in their relationship, and you're just trying to compensate for it. So alongside the mindset to adopt, it's also very important that you start acting as the person who is pursued. How would the person who is pursued act? They would not be pursuing the other person all the time. That's quite obvious. So you would not be texting them with every opportunity. You would not be looking for excuses to text them or to call them. You would not be liking absolutely everything they do or post in social media. You would not be obsessively checking their social media for anything new or a third party or any indication of either a sign of interest towards you or any sign of trouble, for example, that they've met another person. You would be feeling relaxed and confident and secure and content with your life, and actually going about your life and being happy and giving them the space for them to actually pursue you, giving them the space for them to actually come after you. And I mean that in a positive way. If you're always the one doing the pursuing, if you're always the one initiating communication, but you want the opposite to happen, well, you're not letting it happen. If you're always the one taking initiative, if you're always the one taking the first step, you're not allowing them to come to you. You're blocking the energy between the two of you. So you're manifesting one thing, you're intending for one thing, but then you do another. So you're basically blocking the manifestation from coming the way you want it to. Now, let me be very clear. I do not mean playing games with them. I'm very, very much against games. As a conscious manifestor, you don't need games. As a conscious manifestor, you know that your dominant energies, your dominant inner states, your dominant inner assumptions are going to be matched by your external world, including your specific person. So you don't need any of the games. You don't need any of these dating mind games or mind control or anything like that. Not at all. So I don't mean this in a sense of never reaching out to them or disappearing or just playing games just to see what they're gonna do. No, because that is still coming from the insufficient energy. That is still coming from the lack energy. I'm talking about stepping into your power, realizing who you are, realizing who you want to be, and just embodying that person. Now, if legitimately you have something to tell your specific person, if legitimately you have something to ask them, if legitimately there is a reason to talk to them, absolutely go ahead and talk to them. Don't play games. Don't see this as a game. See it as stepping into your power and stepping into that new person that you want to be, where you are confident, where you are secure, where you are content, where you trust them to make the first step, and just allow them to do it. And as I said, I don't mean going to the other extreme either. I don't mean never reaching out or never making the first step. No, what I do mean is realize your power. Realize who you are, realize what you're manifesting, and start carrying yourself as that person. So yes, to communicating with your specific person, if there's a reason, if that communication is not coming out of neediness, if you're not overly attached to the outcome. However, no to reaching out just to reach out, no to finding excuses to talk to them, no to stalking them on social media, no to trying to get their attention or on social media or through other ways of communication with them. And in general, embody the state, the confidence, the inner calmness, the inner security, the inner contentment and satisfaction and fulfillment of someone who is wanted, who is desired, who is pursued by their specific person. once you shift energetically towards that state, it is going to be reflected to them on a subconscious level. They're going to receive it, and they are going to be inclined to feel different towards you. They are going to suddenly start feeling more attracted to you because the needy energy is gone, the obsessive energy is now gone. So you are allowing their energy to flow towards you, and you may very well start seeing some big changes in them. You may start seeing them taking first steps, initiating communication, pursuing you, being more attracted to you, and everything else that you've wanted. And all this is because they'll be mirroring your own energy shift, your own shift in your inner state, in your inner assumptions, in how you're carrying yourself, and how you're embodying that new person that you have decided to be. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.